7 laws of the universe that actually make your wishes come true. Have you ever noticed something strange? Some people just want something, and somehow it shows up in their life, almost like by accident, like it's easy, like it just happens, while others try, think, visualize, believe, but their desires stay just that, desires. And at some point, this feeling starts to appear inside. Maybe it's just not for me. Maybe other people are just luckier. But the truth is, it's not about luck. It's about the laws that reality operates on. If you don't understand them, you can spend years going the wrong way. Subscribe. This content can change your life. Today you'll learn 7 laws of the universe that affect your desires. This might change the way you see everything. Pay attention. You might recognize your biggest mistake. Let's get one thing clear right away. This isn't about magic, and it's not about you wished for it and got it now later. This goes much deeper. It's about your focus, your inner beliefs, your emotional state, and the actions you take every single day. And if you watch this till the end, you won't look at your desires the same way again. Law of attraction. This is the most popular law, and also the most misunderstood one. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you live in internally every single day. And this is where honesty with yourself begins. For example, you say, I want peace, stability, money. But inside you feel a constant anxiety, an expectation of problems, a thoughts like, what if it doesn't work out? Or a habit of worrying ahead of time. And as a result, it's like you're living in a state where everything feels unstable, and that exact state keeps getting stronger. Have you noticed that when you're nervous, everything starts going wrong? You run late, as something breaks, people act weird. That's not a coincidence. It's a reflection of your internal state. Here's the key. The universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your focus, your emotions, your inner frequency. Even deeper, you amplify whatever you're focused on. If you keep thinking, I just hope nothing goes wrong, that's exactly where your attention is. Real examples that might surprise you. Have you ever thought about someone, and suddenly they text you or call you the same day? Or you're stressed about money, constantly thinking, I'm running out. And out of nowhere, unexpected expenses show up one after another? Or the opposite. You feel calm, confident, not chasing anything, and suddenly opportunities, ideas, even money start appearing? That's not magic. That's focus turning into reality. Simple practice. Throughout the day, ask yourself, what am I thinking about most of the time? Don't try to change it right away. Just notice it, because that's exactly what you're attracting into your life. Law of vibration. Everything in this world is energy, but it's not enough to just know that. You need to start noticing it. Your state is like a signal. And that signal either opens opportunities, or blocks them. When you're in a state of a fear, a resentment, a irritation, a inner tension, you literally narrow your perception. You don't see opportunities, and miss ideas, and make decisions from anxiety. Now think about a moment when you felt calm, when you weren't rushing anywhere, when inside it felt like everything is okay. In those moments, your thoughts are clearer, decisions feel easier, the world feels softer. And here's an important point. You don't have to be positive all the time. That's impossible. But you can learn to bring yourself back into a resourceful state. It's a skill. At first it's hard, then it gets easier, then it becomes automatic. Simple practice. When you catch yourself in a negative state, don't judge yourself. Just gently ask, how can I slightly improve how I feel right now? Even a small shift can start to change everything. Law of intention. One of the main reasons why desires don't come true is a lack of clarity. People say, I want a better life, I want more money, I want happiness. But that's not a direction, it's a vague desire. Imagine getting into a taxi and saying, take me somewhere better. Where will you end up? The universe works the same way. It needs a clear direction. But there's an even deeper level. Intention is not just a statement, it's an internal decision. It's the moment when you stop doubting and start choosing. Because often this is what happens. You want something, but at the same time, you don't believe it's possible. And that creates an inner conflict. It's like moving forward while pulling yourself back at the same time. Here's another important point. Sometimes you think you want something, but deep down, you're actually afraid of it. Afraid of responsibility, afraid of change, afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone. And because of that, the desire doesn't manifest, because internally, you're not ready. Small practice. Take one desire and ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What exactly do I want, as specifically as possible? 2. Why do I truly want this? 3. Am I ready to receive it? And be honest with yourself. Law of action. This is where dreaming ends and reality begins. You can think, visualize, and feel inspired all you want, but without action, nothing changes. Important to understand. The universe doesn't just hand you results. It gives you ideas, opportunities, and situations. Your job is to respond. A common mistake. Waiting to feel confident before taking action. But confidence comes after you take action. Another trap. Procrastination. You see an opportunity, but you think, later. Now is not the right time. I'm not ready yet. And that's it. The opportunity passes. Remember, action is the language you use to communicate with reality. Even a small step, sending a message, learning something new, trying, already starts the process. Practice. Ask yourself, what is the smallest action I can take today? And do it. No perfection needed. Just start. Law of correspondence. This law isn't the most comfortable, but it's the most honest. Your life right now is a reflection of who you are internally. If inside you feel a fear, a insecurity, or a sense of I can't, you will, procrastinate, doubt yourself, or avoid things. And reality will keep confirming that. But when your inner state changes, your behavior changes. And your behavior creates your results. Imagine this. There is a version of you who already has everything you want. How does she think? How does she make decisions? How does she respond to challenges? And now the main question. How are you different from her right now? You don't have to change overnight. Start small. React differently. Think differently. Act differently. And step by step, you'll start becoming that version of yourself. Law of time and trust. We're used to everything happening fast. Click, and you get it. Order, and it's delivered. But real change doesn't work like that. Sometimes your desire is already on its way. You just can't see it yet. Because deeper processes are happening. Your mindset is shifting, new habits are forming, and circumstances are aligning. But when you start thinking, where is the result? Why is nothing happening? You create tension and begin to doubt everything. And this is exactly the moment when many people give up, even though they were actually very close. Imagine this. You're walking toward a door and turn around right before reaching it. Trust isn't about sitting and waiting. It's about taking steps, moving forward, and not rushing the process with doubt. Law of letting go. This is the most subtle law. When you become obsessed with a desire, constantly thinking, checking, and worrying, you create inner tension. And tension equals resistance. Here's a very relatable real-life example. You've probably experienced this. You really want to fall asleep. You check the time and think, I have to fall asleep now. I need to wake up early tomorrow. You start trying to fall asleep, turning around, counting, forcing yourself to relax. But the more you try to sleep, the more tense you become. And in the end, sleep doesn't come at all. You can lie there like this until morning. Now imagine a different situation. You let go, stop thinking I have to fall asleep right now, relax, and shift your focus. And at some point, you don't even notice how you fall asleep. This is the law of letting go in action. When there's no pressure, everything happens naturally. The same works with your desires. When you cling, control, and constantly wait, you create an internal block. But when you take action, move forward, and let go of control, things start to flow more easily. It doesn't mean you forget about it. It means you stop living in the tension of constant waiting. Letting go is not weakness. It's a state of inner trust. And it's from this state that your desires manifest the fastest. All of these laws work together. It's a system. And once you start to understand it, you stop living by chance. You begin to influence your life consciously. Try this today. Take one desire, and honestly go through these laws. Where are you already in alignment? And where are you holding yourself back? And write in the comments, which law resonated with you the most? And don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot more content here that can truly change your mindset and your life.